From the moment I stepped out onto this stage, I was keenly aware that most of you, if not all of you, would be sizing me up. And that's okay, I've done it too. It's in our nature to compare. The big question is, why are you doing it? Let's start by admitting we all do it. I was having lunch with a friend of mine, a friend I've known most of my life. You know, that friend that knows almost everything about you. Well, that day, the conversation took me by surprise. She was discussing her challenges with writing when she said she wished she had had more life struggles like I had had so that she would better understand people's pain. That shocked me. To give you a little bit of insight to that, when I was 9 years old, I lost my mother. She went out for a walk and was hit by a car. One moment she was there, and the next she was gone forever. The insurmountable grief that I felt was something that no child should ever have to experience. And this friend knew about all the life challenges that I had gone through from this pain. She was there for me at the age of 21 when I fell into deep, deep depression and grieved for a second time. Apparently, this is pretty common for those who experience loss as a child. During the second wave of grief, I felt like I was losing everything around me. I got fired from my job for my negative disposition. The college I was attending told me I was not welcome back for my final year because, well, I was no longer attending classes. Just to get out of bed most days was a major hurdle. And with a lease that was about to be up and not much money left in the bank, I was about to face some very harsh realities. And it was this friend who helped me navigate my next steps. It was her that was there for me. And now she sat in front of me and declared her dissatisfaction with her less traumatic life. Now, I was dumbfounded by that statement, but I kept it to myself because I recognized that she just needed to have this unfiltered conversation with a friend where she could explore her feelings. But I found over the next several weeks, I couldn't get it out of my head. It kept coming back to me, that statement of wanting to have had more struggles. It was intriguing because it was this person that, as far as the way I saw her, she had so many advantages. She had a wonderful, loving family. She had financial security, good connections. Shoot, she had even already authored a book. This was a huge aha moment for me. She was making excuses. We all make excuses, every last one of us. Doesn't matter what cards we've been dealt. She was using a comparison to let herself off the hook. Even though she didn't mean what she said, she did let her mind go there, to that space where we start to compare, where we only know half the story, and where we tend to lean on excuses. So, if going down this road of comparison often leads us to a non-productive and even sometimes self-destructive space, why don't we just stop doing it? Well, for one, I don't think it's possible. So, after several years of trying to get through this grief and depression on my own, I finally decided to get help. I joined a support group that met over several weeks that consisted of all women who had all lost their mothers. The organization tried really hard to create this unique space of sameness, right? Where everything was relative. We understood each other, right? No comparisons. And it was truly life-saving for me. But something really interesting happened in one of the sessions. One of the ladies leans over and she looks me in the eye and says, "The pain I am experiencing is worse than yours, because I've known my mother for years, decades longer. So I'm feeling the absence of her in my life." Even here, where it was supposed to be the safe space, where we were all women, all who'd lost their mothers, comparisons were supposed to be out of the picture. And we went back to that space of comparing. Just another perspective. It could be argued that my pain was worse, that not only did I lose my mother, but I was robbed of that life experience with her, of getting to know my mother. But what is the point of going down that road? Comparisons don't change anything in that situation. We both were going through profound grief. We both would have to go through our own healing journey in our own time and in our own way. But yet, here we were in this destructive dance of comparing. We went to that place where it feels like there's this pulling to want to understand who we are, what our world is all about relative to others. We just can't escape it. We are wired to compare. So how about we reframe the conversation? Let's stop feeling guilty about comparing. Let's stop fighting the tendency to do it, and instead, can we harness the power that comes from it? We have heard all of our lives, don't compare yourself to others. But it doesn't work. Instead, what I want you to do is to be able to recognize when you are doing it. Be aware of that tendency and harness what you can learn from it. I want you to use it, put it to work for you. Use it to help you move to take action in your life. Over several years, I tried to get myself back on track, and I finally started to do the work, and it was hard. I had to push through barriers. I had to figure out what it was that I wanted and break it down into steps, which meant for me, making comparisons, seeing what that next step was, using comparisons as a roadmap. And that helped me move forward. I went from flunking out of college to eventually going back and then having a career where I was selling over $1 million a year. Then I quit. I realized I had a stronger purpose in my life, and that purpose was to help you recognize the significance of a moment, the power to own your life. I want you to wake up and realize what you want, what that is that you want to go after, and figure out how to get there by laying out that roadmap, using comparisons to help you see the distinctions. Comparisons can help you to see the clarity in situations. It can help you to move forward. Of course, you could certainly, in that space of comparison, get stuck in that cycle where you use it to make excuses and why you never showed up. Or you can harvest the wisdom and move. I want to ask you, what is it that you want to do? More importantly, who do you want to be? Are you going to lean on comparisons and make excuses? Or are you going to move?